It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Hope y'all ready for this one, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
And we see Daniel Jones take the field, and a bit of a polarizing player, Mike, not necessarily just in New York, but throughout the league. And there's just so much potential. There is so much talent. You think back to him coming out of college. He's big, he's strong, he can run, he can make every throw. And remember, only a couple years ago, he took this Giants team not only to the playoffs, but got a big road victory against Minnesota. So he's shown he can do it. He needs to bounce back from last year's injury and put together more consistent performances than he has of late.
They face second down and 7. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Jones.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. Jones gonna hang on to it here. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, to be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent. You just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that #1 overall pick just a few seasons ago, and he considers himself one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL now that he's fully healthy again.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, it's Murray. That's caught by Harrison right side. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw is Murray. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Jones. He'll look deep for Pittman. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That is caught. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across.
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Colts.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and They come away with 6, so that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Greg Dortch. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready for their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back, 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray keeping it himself. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Second down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Jones keeping this one. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
They'll run here with Hill. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and sets up 3rd down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. Shotgun now for Jones. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown, as this drive will start with a 1st down. Start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll get this only to about the 20. Here's 2nd and 9. On the zone read, given to Connor. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Third and 5. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Bilal Nichols there to make the play. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 9. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Jones. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing now is Jones. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Looking middle, and he's got downs. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Jones. He's got it at the 7, and he will score. Michael Pittman, touchdown Indianapolis.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the Colts move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cards offense headed back to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
Here's Connor. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
We'll try and run for this with Connor. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down. We're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll go again here to Connor. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go right back to Connor. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. On the give. This is Connor. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Murray gonna fire this one out to Harrison. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Now he takes off.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Murray now off the bootleg. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Connor. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll try to run. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa. Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's now 14-7. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. He keeps it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Throwing, Jones. Quick throw here is complete.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Second down and 3. Again, they'll throw with Jones. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the Colts going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. It's Greg Dortch now from his end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. It was a terrific first half from quarterback Daniel Jones. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
A give, running right, it's Conner. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Jones keeping this one. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it's going to be 4th down.
And on a game where it seems like this quarterback hasn't really done much wrong, that's really his most critical missed throw so far. He's had himself a really good game up until this point, but I think that's one when he goes back and watches the tape, he knows he should have had it.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Out of the gun, and they'll run it with Connor. And he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. They'll run with Connor. The Cardinals lining up for a punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. From the gun, it's Jones. That one into the hands of Downs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Jones now on first down. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Jones to the air again. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Jones. Completing this one to Downs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Jones. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the Colts up their lead. It's now 24-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. DJ Dallas now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
On third down, Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Running here is Connor. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. He's tackled there by Quiddy Pay. Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Connor. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Connor from out of the pistol. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Murray from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a 3-score game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jones. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's a run with Caleb. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is Jones. He'll take a deep shot for downs. He's got it! And he will score! Josh Downs. Touchdown Colts. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Working out of the gun, Murray. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And he will go all the way. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
So, Murray and the Cardinals come to the line. They'll try to add 2. They'll look to throw. He'll swing that out wide. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. First and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They go right back to Taylor. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. Now Jones. He's got his man. That's down. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. Here's second and 9. They'll go again here with Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On third down, here's a run by Taylor.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
The Colts about set to punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Murray. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They'll look to set up the screen here.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now a 3rd and 2. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. A gain there of 10 yards. It's an Arizona 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Again, it's Murray. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here.
That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now Ryland for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals are able to cut into the deficit. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Colts offense and Josh Downs heading back to the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Taylor. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground, inside the 40, a gain of 8. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Taylor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Card's going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
So it's a win for the Colts. They use a little home cooking here